That's it. I'm out of here. You can't make...
You get your fucking ass here right this minute, Bubsy. This game is nearly over. Seriously, this is nearly over. This is World 5, the final world. The final world of this game, and, well, it's a jungle out there, literally. Quite literally, it's an Asian forest jungle thingamajiggy, all that stuff. I think the producers realized that, and there was another thing I noticed when I played the level, is that there's a huge, if you'll notice in a bit, pretty much the game designers gave everyone who was curious the chance to run all the way to the end of the level and have so much running space, it's ridiculous. No, it's not a means of actually getting out of the level, as it were. It just gives it a bit of reward like that. So yeah, this is the last world, the forest level. After going through so much bullshit to begin with, which includes a town, the fairgrounds, the Wild West, Canada, and or Pacific Northwest, as I decide to redeem it, and everything else. This is the forest, and the final level, and I found the bonus stage already. Well, this is kind of, shit. Which is not much to say, really. I mean, the one thing I've had with issues in this game is I had to re-record some of these, which was really kind of bullshit. I know it's not the game's fault, it's the fucking emulator's fault, and it's still kind of shit. Anyway, let's get going, because this game has to be beaten eventually, and I will defeat this game whether this game wants me to beat it or not, or when I'll be disappointed enough as it is. So let's get down to it, as it were. This game's already been inconsistent when it comes to level designing, and it likes to throw a few final surprises, etc., and all that stuff. But so far, all these pelicans are throwing down eggs, and there's not much you can bloody say about that. To be fair, it's just this game kind of is annoying. And the one thing it just points out is that this game is, it's the worst from the channel, but Jesus Christ, this is terrible. And I say that with a lot of trepancy and all that give a shit. Yeah, I know, this is you're probably thinking to yourself, why the fuck would I do this? Why would you willingly play Bubsy? Why would you finish off more Bubsy? Well, someone's gonna beat it. I wanted to play this originally because of Proton John, but to be perfectly honest, it just became its own bloody thing. I always felt that, I don't want to play bad games all the time. I like playing good games. This is just more morbid curiosity, and probably because I was probably one of the hundreds of people that wanted to see the game on fucking Steam. I mean, yeah, it's emulated, it was cheap as fucking chips, but come on, you can't ignore a game like Bubsy and say it's a masterpiece and shit. Well, technically fucking is, to be honest. I mean, technically they pretty much freaking, what was it, Way Forward for the European players. They actually gave out copies of Shantae's new game as a special treat, which is kind of a nice thing because I originally didn't want it. I only wanted the Wii U version of the game, and the game is quite literally I'm literally going to be having 2 copies of the same game for the PC, which is a bit weird. I know it's kind of off topic, but this game's inconsistent. There's nothing else I can fucking talk about. Everyone knows that this game's terrible. But that's the thing. It's not. Do I need to say this again? This is not the worst game I've ever played. And hello, it's the end of the level. See? Inconsistent game design, easy accessible final levels. Wow, so much things that a lot of people tend to like, And I'm just wondering how many people have even got this far without pressing the reset button or threw the cartridge down anyway. But of course, as Bubsy comes back and finishes the game off because his arse handed to him by my Cannon of Chaos at the off-screen shots. Yep, you can tell. You can just tell. Now we go face off against another batch of enemy spiders! As it was already bad enough, we took on crocodiles and weird fucking eel things with horns and all sorts of mannerisms of shit, and all enemies that they can't fucking inconsistently fucking can't design. Seriously, they couldn't design a game. We're shit! That's my thing. And the fact that the people that pretty much had thought, oh, $2 is gonna be a good idea, a joke buy, because Bubsy's like, this is still the same game years and years ago released, just ported onto the X64. It's Shadow Bubsy time! More Bubsy, more dark, more black Bubsy. I don't think the world wants to see that. The other thing at this point, the world doesn't need Bubsy. The only people that probably, like, keep Bubsy around are those that really got, like, morbid frickin' fascinations with the character. AKA Smite. S.A. Morbid fascination. Morbid to the point of frickin' psychotic abuse. Morbid to the point of frickin' Stockholm Syndrome. And it feels weird. It feels weird. I know. If I'm annoying people, I can't help it. Maybe it's because I like being a person. I don't know. I just like existence. I just hate bullshit. The only time I've ever got bullshit over an antics was the infamous Barbie stream of Proton John and, well, Lucajin. Because the amount of salt that was from that was, oh shit. Oh shit. Legendary. If Proton John actually does get this message, I got him a copy of Pal Battletoads. I'm waiting for the time to send it over. I just wait for that one. I know, because I want him, because like a lot of people, I want him to finally beat Battletoads. I want him to finally defeat Battletoads so that he nearly yeah, I know he nearly did it. He actually got to the final level of the game. And it would have been legendary if he actually beat the game. And technically, multiple lives, yeah, that Battletoads race he did was technically a fluke because it was an edited ROM with infinite lives, might I add, as well. All that shit. Or was it 30 lives? Something like that? Anyway, I think that's the end of the level right there. Yes, it is. Well, we're not that far off, in fact. We're at World 2, which means there's one more world to go, and then there's the final level. And, you know, am I seeing things here? Am I actually seeing the end of the game? Because it looks like next part's the final episode of this LP series. Stay tuned for the final episode of Bubsy. And what could possibly go wrong?